Good evening, everybody, and welcome inside the New Canaan High School Gymnasium, where the New Canaan Rams play host to the Greenwich Cardinals. Myself, John Frieders, joined alongside Donovan West. We're definitely in for a good one. Both teams come in at 3-6, needing a win. Donovan, what can you tell us about the New Canaan Rams tonight?
Yeah, they come in 0-5 in the FCX, so they definitely need to get a win on the books here. Starting lineup of Teddy Whitaker, Griffin Bramwitt, Fletcher Heron, Luke Robinson, and Andrew Esposito. That's the three senior captains in Fletcher, Teddy, and Griffin. And then junior Luke Robinson, sophomore Andrew Esposito. Coach Meltzer really wants to get his boys going here and get their first win in FCX play.
Yeah, you talk about it. Luke Robinson had a pretty special game on Friday night in the loss against Fairfield Ward. Luke had 5 3-pointers, was basically present all around, especially beyond the perimeter, but he held them in the game, and they were able to kind of claw back from two 10-point deficits, so they've shown that they can come back when needed to, but they definitely need the win tonight, as they have definitely a tough upcoming schedule. They play at Wilton on Friday night. Here's the tip. That's won by New Canaan. Fletch wins the tip, gives it to the sophomore Andrew Esposito, over to the senior captain Griffin Bramwitt, and we're off here at New Canaan High School. Again, myself, John Frieders, joined alongside Donovan West, and tonight's going to be a radio cast as they send it down low to Andrew Esposito, and he gets blocked, but they're going to call the foul. That one's going to be on number 15, Sandro Scott.
Yeah, Coach Meltzer said that a key to winning this game would be the physicality and winning that physical battle. So you see that drawing the foul on the first play of the game.
Yeah, Esposito bangs home the first one, and he scores the first points of the night for both teams. And that's a good start if you're New Canaan. You get someone at the strike for 2 free points. At least they like to call as he misses, but Teddy Whitaker gets the rebound. Also talk about Teddy Whitaker. He had that game-tying shot at the end of regulation to send the game to overtime on Friday night. Senior captain's gotten a lot of playing time this year and has taken advantage of it. So lots of weapons on this New Canaan team as he flips it over to Fletch down low, puts it up and in.
That's that physical battle. Fletch got right into the paint, flipped it up for the easy two, and they come out in this full court pressure that Coach Meltzer loves to run.
And here's Connor Parks, the senior, almost blocked by Esposito there, but that was number 20, Gabriel Dunleavy. Definitely a lethal 3-point shooter, gets his first 1-2 fall there. Now it's 3-3.
Yeah, Greenwich runs a heavy screen-heavy offense. Here's New Canaan on the break. Luke Robinson misses the layup.
Luke Robinson goes up. That one rebounded by Esposito, puts it right up and in, and we're 5-3. 6:48 remaining in this first period. Game just getting started, but both teams being able to score early on.
Yeah, as I was saying, Greenwich runs this screen-heavy offense that really looks to get their shooters open. And as you can see that as they get the 3 there.
And that was Scott over to Parks. Parks going up. New Canaan wanting a travel, but that one rims out. Here's Bramlett gonna push it up to Whitaker. Down low to Fletch, over to Bramlett, who thought about shooting but gets inside, puts it up and one. Bramlett puts it up and in for the layup. Gonna get an opportunity at the strike to add another point.
Yeah, that brings me to the second key of the game that Meltzer was talking about, and it was to run in transition. He thought that Greenwich could be exploited if they could up the pace, and there you go. Griffin leads the offense ahead and is able to draw the N1.
Here's Bramlett at the line trying to convert. You take the free points when you can get them at the strike, and he hits that one. Makes it 8-3 Rams early on. And another key note is Greenwich is going to try to play a little bit quicker tonight against this athletic New Canaan Rams offense, as they're not starting Michael Golden, their forward, who we thought they'd start, but he's 6'6" and coming off the bench. Obviously, he's only a sophomore, and probably, you know, when you're at that height, it's a little bit difficult to move up and down the court, so they're going to keep him off the floor. But definitely an interesting decision there from Coach Todd Trimmer.
Yeah, and there's that half-court trap there to get New Canaan the ball back on offense and force the turnover.
As Fletch over to Whitaker at the top of the key. He's going to drive on his defender. Little shake and bake, but that one's off. Almost rebounded by Fletch, but goes off both hands and out of bounds.
Both teams running a smaller lineup out there. As you said, Greenwich has the 6'6" sophomore off the bench, so it'll be interesting to see his impact when he does come into the game.
Yeah, and you talked about it. New Canaan's going to run that full court press. They're going to make Greenwich make their decision. Ball up to Parks. They're going to keep trying to move the ball around. Going to have to move the ball around if they want to get shots on this New Canaan offense, as Parks gets a wide open look. And that one goes off. Rebounded by Luke Robinson.
Good box out there by Robinson. And here they go in transition.
Here, Esposito driving down the lane, kicks it out to Whitaker. Wide open shot in the left corner, and he hits.
Yeah, he's been shooting the ball well lately. Obviously, you said the three to send the last game to overtime, and right there to put the Rams up 11-3.
Good shot there by Whitaker. And that's another 3 for on the season. Bramlett with the steal, gonna run it in transition. Slow it down, kicks it over to Whitaker in the corner again, and splash!
They need a timeout. Teddy Whitaker shooting the lights out early.
What a shot there by Whitaker. That's his second 3 on the night. Rams up 14-3 with 5:04 remaining. And you can see just how quick New Canaan wants to play tonight. We've shown it early on. They're gonna run in transition, kicked it out to Whitaker for 2 threes there. Donovan, what do you think are the keys to the game for Greenwich to kind of stop this, as it seems things aren't going their way early on?
Yeah, I mean, Greenwich just, I don't know if they can keep up with this athletic New Canaan team, so they might have to think about slowing it down here. They really haven't had a full offensive possession yet because they just have not been able to handle the pressure of New Canaan. New Canaan is executing what they wanted to do. They're playing physical, they're getting in the paint, they're making their shots. Greenwich is, they're flustered by the pressure, and here comes that 6'6" sophomore that we were talking about.
Yeah, you know, New Canaan coming in here fired up after that tough overtime loss on Friday night, which is definitely a heartbreak. Here at home, you know, the Rams were able to come back from 2 10-point deficits and almost had it, but lost in overtime, and that was a big game against Fairfield Ward, as Greenwich almost turns it over again. Kicks it off with thought to be Whitaker's leg. That's off Greenwich number 1, Ryan Brennan, who has a brother on the team.
Greenwich tried a new type of press break, but the same result. They need to switch something up here to beat this full court pressure from New Canaan.
And Espo is going to run point here for New Canaan, kicks it over to Robinson. Robinson's going to drive, tries to kick it out, pickpocketed there. Greenwich is going to bring the ball up the court. And this is number 10, Jonathan Brennan, the brother, Jack Brennan. There's Giannopoulos. That's going to be a foul on Ryan Brennan by Andrew Esposito. That's going to be a reach-in foul. Ball going over to the other end of the court, but that's a foul early on. New Canaan got to stay out of foul trouble. You mentioned New Canaan has 1 foul right now, and Greenwich has 2. But Greenwich just got to get some points on the board.
Yeah, that was that first full offensive possession that I was talking about, and it leads to a foul. Greenwich looking to close this 11-point gap with 4 minutes left in the first.
John Poulos over to Jonathan Brennan. Can't get that one to fall. That was a little bit of a floater there. 4:14 remaining. New Canaan up 14-3 as Chandra goes up, puts it up and in.
Yeah, I mean, New Canaan is looking to pound the paint. Griffin there with the left-handed layup. I mean, what can I say? Key to the game, physicality. They are dominating the physical battle.
My apologies. That was Griffin Bramlett. Shot from the corner by Greenwich, and that's off. And Esposito's going to get out with that speed.
Oh,
And he's fouled.
dangerous foul there.
But you mentioned Andrew Esposito doesn't excel just on the basketball court. He's also the wide receiver. Wide receiver one, debatably behind Will Langford. Those two kind of a pair, but you see Esposito's speed there just to get from one end to the other on the court.
Yeah, I think that's a big part of New Canaan's identity. They have several football players. They have the two quarterbacks, Luke Robinson, Alex Russi. You mentioned Espo, and I think that helps them win that physical battle. And they're actually going to call a clear path foul to send Espo to the line.
Espo at the line for his third one. Now 1 of 3 at the line, but getting opportunities at the strike early on, and he's going to get a second one here. New Canaan's going to get the ball after this, no matter if he makes it or misses it.
What was that, a flagrant or a clear path, I think? Clear
I
path.
believe it might have been a flagrant.
Goes 0 for 2, though.
Goes 0 for 2. 1 of 4 on the night from the strike. New Canaan up 16-3 though early on. 3:49 remaining in this first quarter. You mentioned 3 and 6 teams coming into this building, so both need to win pretty desperately.
Yep. And any FCAC win is very hard to come by, so both would love to get New Canaan, obviously, their first win, but Greenwich, you mentioned the difficult stretch they have here coming up, so to get that second win in FCAC play would be big for their FCAC tournament aspirations.
Yeah, coming up, they do have a couple difficult games in Staples, Norwalk, as well as Stanford, I believe, Trumbull. So they do have a bunch of difficult games coming up. In New Canaan on the other side comes in, plays Wilton on Friday night at 7 at Wilton, so that's going to be a tough game. As well as next week, they also travel to Stanford, which is also going to be a tough game.
And New Canaan just made their first sub of the game there, went 4 minutes, brought Jake Soma in for Esposito.
Ball down low, put up and in by Lucas Marks. You mentioned he just came in on the flagrant foul as well, so both teams making early substitutions, got to keep the legs fresh. New Canaan, Teddy Whitaker brings up the ball now. You mentioned 2 threes early on here from the left kind of hash, left corner. Here's Whitaker up top over to Soma. Soma back to Whitaker. He's going to shoot again. And that one goes off the front rim.
There's the 6'6" freshman we were talking about, Michael Golden.
Yeah, Michael Golden, the sophomore, who's 6'6".
Right now they have Griffin Bramwood on there. Greenwich should look to exploit that matchup. I don't know if Griffin can hang with him. Gets the chart. Teddy Whitaker draws the charge there. Greenwich driver was out of control. Another turnover for this Greenwich team.
Yeah, that was a charge there. I believe that was on Jonathan Brennan, number 10. My apologies, that was actually number 4, Oliver Supo. So he's going to get called for the charge there. Great job by the Rams. Robinson going to bring it up.
Greenwich bringing their own full court pressure here. A new change to the Greenwich defense.
And here's Bramwood over to the corner to Jake Soma. Soma's going to drive and then step it out a little bit. Over to Fletch. Fletch guarded by Golden, and that's going to be the matchup they're going to look to exploit. Over to Whitaker. Whitaker tries to go up and in, and he does. What a layup there.
What a finish. From behind the hoop, he was able to get that in over the 6'6" big man in the area.
Whitaker with 8 points already. Scores 18-5, 2:19 remaining, and Greenwich being swarmed here by 2 New Canaan defenders. And they're still going to do it. They're going to give Michael Golden the opportunity at the free throw strike. They're going to go to the corner to Ryan Brennan, and he misses. Michael Golden and Fletch battling it down low for the rebound. That one goes off of Fletch.
There's that presence of the Michael Golden able to get down there, and even off the missed shot, force the deflection off of Fletch to retain the ball for Greenwich.
Yeah, you mentioned it seems like anytime New Canaan comes and runs down the offense, the corners are dropping and giving them wide open looks. And if New Canaan can keep hitting those 3-pointers, they'll be in good position tonight as Blake Martin's going to drive in, number 11. And he misses the layup, rebounded by Griffin Bramwitt. There's Bramwitt, that one goes off of himself. That was pickpocketed by Oliver Supo, the 6'1" guard. Lots of guards on this Greenwich team.
Yeah.
up and down that roster. You see a lot of 6'1" guards.
It's pretty much the guards and Michael Golden, the big man.
That shot was by Connor Parks. Tries to go up and in, and then battled for the rebound down low by Michael Golden.
Yeah, I mean, this Rams defense has just really stifled the Greenwich offense. Even in the JV game, the Greenwich JV team scored 0 points in the first quarter. Here they only have 5. This full court pressure from New Canaan is just really affecting Greenwich on all levels of the program.
Ball's going to be inbounded by Oliver Supo to Lucas Marks. Lucas Marks over to Connor Parks, the senior captain. Back to Lucas Marks. Lucas Marks gets it over to his teammate.
Simon Chukarov into the game for New Canaan.
Here's Connor Parks driving on Whitaker. They leave a man open. That's Blake Martin, but he misses. Rebound by Chukarov, who you just mentioned, comes in as a substitution.
He just moved Michael Golden, the 6'6" sophomore, away from the basket. There's that football physicality we were talking about.
Bramwett to Fletch, over to Teddy Whitaker. Whitaker getting a little bit shifty. Back to Bramwett, hands it off. Bramwett working down low, tries to get it to Chukarov inside. And gets stolen by number 3, Connor Parks, and then he gets fouled. Back across half court by Bramwett.
And here comes Isaac Brea, who started last game. Before then, hadn't gotten many minutes, but started last game. I guess Meltzer liked what he sees, and he sees some early first quarter minutes for the Rams here.
Yeah, you talk about Isaac Brea. Gives Griffin Bramwett a chance to kind of take a breath, take a breather, kind of stay fresh, and see Isaac making an impact early here. We'll see what he can do with more minutes.
Fletch hounding him on the defensive end.
Fletch guarding Sandra Scott. Ball inside by Parks, and they're going to be called for the reach-in.
That foul was on Isaac Brea, so an early foul here with 43 seconds left. Meltzer was not happy with that, stamping his feet on the ground. I don't know if he was mad at Isaac or the referee there.
Not entirely sure. That's going to put Greenwich at the line. Connor Parks with an opportunity to make the score 18-7, with 43.5 seconds remaining. Connor Parks hits the first one. Esposito's going to come in for Jake Soma. And a couple of substitutions on the Greenwich side, including Michael Golden, who's going to take a minute out. Second free throw up by Parks, and that's good. Parks goes 2 for 2 at the line, score 18-7, with 42 seconds remaining in this first quarter. Here's Esposito working on Blake Martin, and Esposito dunked in that JV game. Whitaker up in the air, puts it up in, and what an impressive shot there by Whitaker.
10 first quarter points. I mean, they started him, senior captain, and he's making his impact known.
Almost debating on whether or not to shoot that one as he was in the air, and decided to put it up, and that one's good. Sandra Scott tries to go inside.
Good defense by New Canaan there.
Tries to get it over to Blake Martin. Here is Whitaker. Whitaker up top, gonna put it up 4-3. That one goes off the rim. Rebound by Fletch. A last-second desperation attempt, and that one goes off the front of the rim, off the backboard. Rams up 22-7 early on in this game, end of the first quarter, in between first and second quarter. Donovan, what have you liked from both the Rams and Greenwich?
Yeah, I mean, the Rams their defense was giving major troubles to Greenwich. I mean, the full court pressure, they got, I don't know, more than four or five turnovers, and then able to push that transition game that I was talking about, get in the paint, show their dominant physicality, and especially early on, they were up 16-3. Greenwich was able to kind of calm things down a little bit from there, but I mean, still 20-7, on pace for 80 points. I mean, there's not much Meltzer can be mad about right now.
No, there really is not. You mentioned Whitaker with the big 10 points in the first quarter, but they've kind of gotten whatever they wanted, whether it's inside or outside. They've been moving the ball well, and Meltzer's making good substitutions. Haven't seen much of Luke Robinson, who we saw a lot of in that game on Friday against Ward, but he's definitely going to give a lot of people minutes. You saw Isaac Brea getting some minutes early on in that first quarter, so look for him to get some more minutes. Well, some other guys who may not touch the court as much. But Meltzer pretty much uses all the guys on this varsity squad. Most of them are varsity and JV guys, and they kind of flip-flop But they all get minutes, so he uses the squad
Yeah, and here
really
comes
nicely.
Alex Rossi off the bench for the first time. He's yet to play Sai Akavaramu and Henry Chandra, who are definitely impact players, but
Yeah, you mentioned Henry Chandra started at the beginning of the season, started a couple of games. Really nice development from the sophomore. Ball being moved around by Greenwich in the hands of Sandra Scott. Over to Connor Parks. Connor Parks working on his defender. They're gonna move it. Rossi closes out. Here's Parks guarded by Bramlett, shakes his defender. Shot rebounded by Esposito. The three a little bit off there.
yeah, Parks was able to shake his defender, as you said, got a wide open good look at the three, just not able to knock it down, and then rebound snatched up by Andrew Esposito.
Yeah, Esposito's gotten a lot of minutes recently. Obviously had a dominating performance on Friday night. It felt like he got almost every single rebound that he wanted. Here's Bramlett working on his defender, goes up top, and they're gonna reset, try to run a little play here. Rossi now with the ball, trying to run Esposito down low, leaves Simon Chukarov up top for the mid-range shot, and he air balls.
Wide open look from the elbow there. Got to knock that down. I mean, but that's what that play is supposed to do. It got a really good look for the Rams. I mean, their offense has been difficult to stop.
Yeah, great play there by Melzer. Draws up the play, and they convert it successfully. Just Chukarov couldn't get that shot up and in. And here's Parks working down low, kicks it to the corner. Shot there by Sandra Scott. That one goes wide, but rebounded by Greenwich. Cardinals put it back up. Rebounded by Bramlett. Score is 6:55. Their score is 22-7 with 6:50 remaining. And they're gonna call the charge on Bramlett. And that charge was taken by Blake Martin, number 11.
Yeah, you know, this, as much as I say the Rams offense is flourishing, the half-court offense has been a little lackluster. They're a turnover by Griff. Most of these points have been in transition and pushing the pace, not allowing Greenwich to get set on defense. So I guess could be a little bit more effective in the half-court offense.
And that's kind of the way New Canaan plays basketball. They specialize in those transition buckets, and they'd rather play at a fast pace as Connor Parks gets inside, and that's gonna be a foul on Fletch, I believe. But yeah, going back to that pace of play, New Canaan likes playing fast. They're not afraid to show it. They got a lot of guys, they got a lot of length on that team that they really use to their advantage. They're gonna call a shooting foul on Fletch. That's gonna put Connor Parks at the line for 2.
Yeah, you know, we came into this game expecting Sandra Scott to be the big playmaker, but it has been Connor Parks kind of pushing this offense along for Greenwich.
Parks now 3 for 3 at the line after he hits that one. He's gonna have a chance to make it an 11-point game here with 6:37 remaining. And he does, he hits the second one, 4 for 4 at the line in his 2 trips. Inbound to Esposito, and he's gonna carry it up. Greenwich not in that full court press anymore. They're gonna make the Rams play their half court offense.
Yeah, I think that's a smart decision, especially with Griffin Bramlett out of the game.
Fletch goes in right on his defender, puts it up and in, and a little bit of a mismatch down low. Now 22-9 Rams, but great idea there from Melzer and the Rams to push Fletch down low, and it works.
Yeah, Fletcher Heron made me eat my words there. I mean, no Griffin, no problem, I guess. He just drove right to the rim and easily put it in over the Greenwich defender.
And Zach Zawulu gets the ball. Zach Zawulu gonna get the ball down low, gets fouled there by the Rams, and it's gonna have 2 chances at the strike, but you can see Greenwich wanting to ramp up their physicality, get down low a little bit more, and get some more free throws.
Here comes Henry Chandra that you talked about subbing out Esposito, who I think Esposito has been. He's been everywhere tonight, making all the plays, all the rebounds, a lot of deflections, couple layups in transition. Espo having a really good game tonight.
The shot, that one missed there from the Cardinals. Here's Luke Robinson gonna drive in on his defender, decides to just kick it up to Whitaker. They're gonna run another play. Almost turns it over, but saved there by Robinson.
Yeah, Fletcher's got to take control here on the offensive end, and he does, drives to the paint.
There's Fletch down low with a little fake, gets it inside to Whitaker. And that's Whitaker's 12th point of the night, has half the Rams' points here. Rams up 24-10, 5:48 remaining, but Great job by Whitaker here early on in the first half. To really get whatever he wants. Made those 2 threes and getting opportunities from throughout the court.
Yeah, as I said, when Griffin Bramwood is subbed out of the game, I think it's really got to be Fletcher Heron that's initiating this half-court offense. And there you saw, for the second straight time, just got right past his man and was able to dish it off to Whitaker for the easy layup there to put the Rams up 14.
You got to wonder if Greenwich is going to sub in Michael Golden and see what they can do to add in some more size and try to stop Fletch, because once he gets going, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah. I mean, I thought Golden was causing some havoc out there when he was in. Maybe stamina issues. He obviously is a big guy, but has seen very scarce minutes here for Greenwich.
And he's not going to come back in here for Greenwich. Rams up 24-10, 5:48 remaining in this first half. Myself, John Frieders, joined alongside Donovan West on the call tonight. This is a radio call only, which we rarely do. We wanted to be out here to cover another good boys basketball game. Shot there in the corner. That one gets a friendly roll. That was number 10, Jonathan Brennan, with the friendly roll from the ball in the corner.
Yeah, the lefty with the shot from the left corner. That looked nice there. See if the Rams can get hit, or the Greenwich can get hit.
Whitaker kicks it in transition, gets it to Robinson, who finds Russi down low. Great job there by the Rams. Great work in transition. We mentioned transition points are where their kind of bread and butter is. Gets that one down low. Great job there. Ball worked inside, turned over by Greenwich. There's Fletch on the rebound. Fletch over to Whitaker, who tries to throw it back. That's going to be tipped out of bounds by Greenwich. And New Canaan's going to get an inbound from under the basket.
Yeah, I mean, Jonathan Brenner hit that 3 in the corner there, and then in an instant, I was still talking about the 3. They already had Russi wide open for the layup there. That's that transition game the Rams love to partake in.
Look down low. Could not find anyone. Got really lucky there that the refs didn't call him for a 5-second, and they're going to spread it here. New Canaan spreading its wings, going to spread everyone out. Looks like a little bit of a 5-out. Reset the play, almost leaves Whitaker wide open. This Fletch kicks it over to Robinson, who fakes the shot. And they don't call it there. Chandra gonna work down low. Inside goes right up and in. What a floater there by Chandra. You saw them look for the 3-pointer twice. Got Greenwich jumping, and that's what you want if you're Melzer. Greenwich does not want New Canaan to shoot the ball.
Yeah, and Meltzer's going to bring this 1-3-1 defense out early in the first half. Usually he doesn't like to bring it out in the first half because he doesn't like to allow the opposing team to make halftime adjustments, but has Russi at the top there, and this 1-3-1 defense has proved excellent for the Rams so far this season.
Greenwich tries to get it down low, and that's New Canaan's ball on the turnover. A little bit sloppy pass there by Greenwich. New Canaan going to gain possession here. Fletch with the inbound, and Greenwich is going to full court press.
Yeah, already that 1-3-1 defense causing havoc for Greenwich here.
Whitaker bringing it up, as we mentioned, 12 points here early on in a 28-13 ball game. Tries to kick it over to the corner. Body hits the ground. That was number 11, Blake Martin.
Yeah, Russi drove hard there, but a little bit out of control, and Martin was able to step in and take the charge. And here comes Sayakavarmu subbing out Russi. Sayakavarmu looking to make his impact with 4 minutes left in the first half.
It's going to be an offensive foul, giving Greenwich possession. They got to get something going here. And that ball stolen by Fletch with an opportunity to dunk, but just lays it in. Score 32-13 now. 3:40 remaining in this first half.
There's a foul on Robinson. They tried the trap out of the 1-3-1, but I mean, what, before this, 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
Yeah, and they bring out another guy. Melzer uses another guy, utilizes Sai Akavaramu, who finally gets his first licks at this varsity game.
Yeah, I mean, he's just another guy that is just a really lengthy, tall, athletic kid on this New Canaan Rams roster. That's why they're able to play this full court pressure and these different types of defenses that really make the longer team win.
Free throw there by Sandra Scott. Gets the first one. New Canaan in the bonus already, so any foul that they commit is going to be 2 free throw shots for Greenwich.
Yeah, we were told coming into this game that Sandra Scott would be a player to watch for Greenwich, but I think those were his first 2 points there at this charity stripe in the game.
Here's Fletch going to inbound it. Greenwich goes 2 for 2 at the line, 32-15. With 3:30 remaining in this first half, Fletch is going to bring it up. A little bit of a mismatch. I'd try to attack if you're New Canaan. Really mismatches all over.
There's Cy with the cross. Almost gets it ripped away.
New Canaan's going to reset it. Gets it over to Whitaker, looking for the corner with a little pump fake turnaround shot. Doesn't get it too far, but rebound by Jake Soma.
Yeah, Whitaker, I mean, he got to his spot again. He's dominating this game. Just missed the easy layup there.
There's Jake Soma over to Whitaker. Whitaker guarded by Blake Martin. There's Jake Soma. Kicks it over to Henry Chandra, the sophomore. Chandra goes up and inside, pickpocketed by the Greenwich defense.
Yeah, that's happened a couple times tonight. Rams looking to get in the paint, but the Greenwich's fast hands have been able to rip the ball away.
Scott finds Parks in the corner, but he can't convert as he misses the three-pointer. Here's Fletch gonna inbound the ball. It's a foul on Greenwich. New Canaan gaining possession now. Obviously, you talk about in the bonus, so any foul they commit, 2 free shots at the strike. But New Canaan dominating this game so far, up 32-15 with 2:30 remaining. Here is Whitaker driving along the left baseline. Hands it off to Akavaramu, who goes up. A little bit of a crossover back to the corner to Whitaker. Whitaker with the turnaround. Back to Akavaramu. Playing a little 2-man game. Finds Soma in the right corner over to Fletch, who drives, goes up and puts it in.
Fletcher Heron, I mean, the senior captains, Fletcher and Teddy, are having a terrific game. I mean, we haven't even really seen that much of Griffin here tonight, but his co-captains are picking up for the slack.
Fletch with an easy basket there. With Jake Soma, they're gonna triple team up top, and
Fletch
Greenwich
again
turns it over to Fletch. That's a second steal and another transition bucket as he puts that one up and in, only himself and the basket. No defenders in sight.
Yeah, this front court trap of Cy and Fletch has proven deadly, and there it is again, forcing a turnover.
Gets it over to Soma, puts it up and in, another basket in transition, but there the steal by Cy Akavaramu gets it up to Soma.
The Greenwich coach can only sit there and shake his head. Doesn't want to use another timeout.
Here is Sandra Scott working with it. Kick ball off Fletch there, I believe.
Yeah, just that the length of Fletch and Cy. Greenwich is looking to bring it up on the left side, and they're getting constantly trapped. And then the length they're not able to pass out of the trap has led to 6 straight points here for the Rams.
Jonathan Brennan inbounds it to Connor Parks. Connor Parks immediately trapped. Great defense here by the Rams. Kicks it down low to number 14, Guy Germain, blocked by Fletch.
Fletch is everywhere tonight. I mean, stealing it from Greenwich at half court for the easy layup, and there gets back for the block on what would have been an easy layup for Greenwich.
Back over to Blake Martin. Martin over to Parks. Parks working on Fletch, and that's going to be a defensive foul.
Rams going to transition out of that 1-3-1 into a more traditional man-to-man for the final minute of the first half. I'm not really sure why. I thought that 1-3-1 was working excellently, but I guess Meltzer just wants to get to halftime, make some adjustments, although I guess not really need to be made here for the Rams up 21.
Yeah, Rams up 36-15, 58 seconds remaining. Greenwich at the strike. There's Parks, and he buries the first one. But talk about a dominant game so far by the Rams, really utilizing all their talent, but also especially Teddy Whitaker having a really nice game so far.
Yeah, it seems like most of those Greenwich points have come via the free throw line. There's Parks again hitting. What is he, 6 for 6 tonight from the stripe?
Yeah, 6 for 6 at the strike. Fletch working on his defender. Tries something but kicks it back out. And here's Teddy Whitaker up top. Gonna kick it to Chandra. Chandra to the corner. To Soma. Debated on driving baseline. Back up. Over to Whitaker. Finds Whitaker.
Ooh,
and
that
he
looks
takes
good.
the shot. That one off the back rim, but wide open for Whitaker. Greenwich gonna get it back up top to Connor Parks, who we've seen handle the ball for most of this first half.
Yeah, it's really been Parks' game. He turns it over there. Chandra able to corral it, but Parks has really been leading this Greenwich offense to the 17 points that they do have.
Here's Whitaker, about at the half-court line, almost stolen by Greenwich. And that's gonna be a push in the back by Fletch. Greenwich possession. 5.4 seconds remain in this first half. New Canaan up 36-17, and if you're Melzer, you gotta be confident going into halftime about how well you've played so far.
Yeah, Meltzer's out of his mind mad right now, though. They called that push on the back on Fletcher. He didn't see a foul, and that's the 16th foul, so it'll send Greenwich to the stripe for Connor Parks, too, who's an automatic 2, so Greenwich can look to cut into this lead a little bit with 5 seconds left in the first half.
Fletch, yeah, I would say Melzer is correct. He's talking about how he went for the ball. And it looked like he did go for the ball. No one really had possession, but they're going to call it on Fletch.
Yeah, I mean, he's having a conversation with the ref here. Meltzer is not happy with that. I mean, the little flimsy foul there sends Greenwich to the line.
Connor Parks at the line, 6 for 6. Now 6 for 7 as he misses the first one.
That's the announcer's jinx.
Connor Parks is going to be at the strike for a second one, trying to make it 36-18. New Canaan's going to get one last shot here.
Yeah, and Parks, I mean, he shoots it. He puts his left foot up a little bit when he shoots, so it's a little bit of a unusual shooting form, but it's been working for him.
Almost looking like he's at the track line, ready to go for a run.
But
Here's
I mean,
Fletch over to Esposito, who throws it up to Somu, puts it up. And that one is off, deflected by a Greenwich defender.
Yeah, really nice look there from Espo. Full court pass to Soma, who had a wide open layup with a second left. Just Greenwich able to track back and alter the shot and not let the easy 2 drop.
Rams closing out the first quarter up 36-18. And we'll see you in a couple minutes to go over what we think each team needs to do to kind of, well, for New Canaan to continue their dominance in Fort Greenwich to get back in the game, but we'll see you in a minute.
Our dance team is in secret practice for a groundbreaking routine, so they will not be here this evening. And now, Miss Pamela Finnerty, our drawee, will draw 2 tickets for 2 lucky Rams sweatshirts. So, Miss Finnerty, go ahead. Larry Sullivan. I don't know. I think they all say Larry Sullivan in the back here. Thank you, Larry. Ziamara Graham. Thank you, Ms. Graham. Once again, thank you, teachers, for being here. You're the best. Thank you.
Welcome back inside the New Canaan Gymnasium. Myself, John Friedrich, joined alongside Donovan West for this radio call. The game between the New Canaan Rams and the Greenwich Cardinals. Rams are up 36-18, and we're at halftime right now. About 2 minutes till we get back into the action, but man, what a great game for the Rams so far, Donovan. Obviously, both teams come in at 3 and 6, so they both want to win desperately. They have upcoming FCX schedules that are definitely difficult, and they're towards the end of the bottom. They're at the bottom of the FCX ranking, so this win will really help them kind of gain some traction, but especially the Rams, who are 0-5 in FCX play right now. They find themselves up 36-18. What's been working for the Rams so far tonight?
Yeah, I mean, usually when we talk about a Rams win, it comes on the back of senior captain Griffin Bramwitt, but that has not been the story today. It's really been his co-captain, Teddy Whitaker, leading the charge for the Rams, 12 points at the half, and a close second behind the other captain, Fletcher Heron, who's really been caused havoc for the Greenwich offense when Fletch has been playing defense, leading up the 1-3-1 at the top there. I mean, Greenwich has been unable to stop this New Canaan transition game. New Canaan's been forcing turnovers. They've been getting the ball and, I mean, just pushing it into the paint for easy layups. And Greenwich really has not had an answer. Let's see if they have any hot halftime adjustments to change the game plan and slow down New Canaan.
Yeah, what a game for New Canaan tonight. A lot of talent up and down that roster, whether it's from the veterans like senior captains Griffin Bramwitt, Fletcher Huron, or Teddy Whitaker, or it's from the sophomores such as Andrew Esposito, as well as Henry Chandra, who started earlier in the year but came off the bench tonight. So lots of young talent, as well as those juniors. You got both the quarterback guys who dueled it out between Alex Russi and Luke Robinson, as well as you got guys such as you know, just the talent, the lineup, the depth, and the ability to use their length. These guys, you can tell just from the court appearance that this New Canaan team is definitely longer in length, and they've been using it to their advantage, and they've been able to effectively use that transition game, you know, ability to go out and run with it. New Canaan likes to play at that faster pace, and we've seen it tonight time and time again. And just this ability by Coach Danny Melzer, experienced coach, to use that lineup depth and kind of get some guys that don't usually play as much in the game tonight. Obviously, we've seen Isaac Brea come in. I expect to see Michael Smith come in as well. So those two guys who don't play much during the season but are going to play tonight in what would be considered a blowout win. But we got to wait a little bit more to see if Greenwich's halftime adjustments can kind of make up for it. We've seen the ball in the hands of number 3, Connor Parks, hands a lot. You know, he's been touching the ball. He's been at the free throw strike for 6 or 8 shots, I believe. And he's gotten the ball, gotten down low. And that physicality, New Canaan's just dominated in the terms of physicality.
Yeah, Greenwich can get hot from the three-point line, though, so don't call this game over just yet as the second half gets itself underway.
Yeah, we get started here inside the New Canaan High School Gymnasium. Myself, John Frieders, joined alongside Donovan Weston. This is your first game announcing, but no one would have known, I don't think. You've been doing a great job on the call tonight. We're in for a good one. Good second half as Fletcher goes down low, kicks it inside to Bramwitt, kicks it out to Luke Robinson with the mid-range shot. And that went off the back rim, but rebound by Esposito. He puts it back in. Esposito with the putback there, but almost a recreation of what happened Friday night against Fairfield Ward.
Yeah, reaching up to the top of the backboard to corral that rebound and then put the easy layup in. A great play there.
Yeah, you mentioned Esposito's definitely got that vertical as Greenwich fires and misses, but Esposito had that dunk earlier in the JV game. So definitely got some bunnies on those feet.
Yeah, Connor Parks misses the three-point there. Teddy Whitaker corrals the rebound, but then silly turnover from Griffin Bramwitt there and then the foul to give Greenwich back the ball down by 20.
Yeah, Greenwich down by 20, 38-18, 7:13 remaining in this game. And Greenwich is going to get the inbound from under the basket here. It's going to be number 30 inbounding the ball, gets it down low inside. Great finish there by Greenwich.
Yeah,
I mean, answer.
The New Canaan dominated physically, but there you go, Greenwich getting to the paint and flipping it up easily. Maybe sign of things are changing here.
Luke Robinson inside to Fletch, who tries to work inside. Here's Bramwitt up top. He's going to settle things down. Really staple point guard of this New Canaan Rams team for the past 2 to 3 years. He played his sophomore year. Kicks it to the corner to Luke Robinson. He's trying to find his three-point game, but another rebound by Andrew Esposito, and Esposito playing really fabulous so far tonight as Bramwitt works on his defender. A little shift back, crossover behind the back to Esposito, kicks it to the corner, shot by Bramwitt, and the 3 from the right corner.
There you go. Didn't see that much of Bramwitt in the first half, as much as we're accustomed to see there, but hot start for Bramwitt, getting himself going and knocking down the right corner 3 for the Rams.
Yeah, you know, one thing's certain about every single New Canaan basketball game is Bramwitt's going to get his touches on the ball, whether it's him taking the ball up or shots. He took a couple last game, including a couple made shots that were key, crucial.
And there he is forcing the turnover against Greenwich.
Another shot, that one rolls around, hits the backboard and does not fall. Bramwitt 1 for 2 in the second half, but that first 3, you could hear the crowd rain down. Lots of cheers as Greenwich misses the mid-range shot.
Yeah, there's Connor Parks. Connor Parks was really leading the charge for Greenwich in the first half. He wants his other teammates to get going there, but unable to connect with the mid-range jumper from the elbow there.
Luke Robinson back over to Bramwood up top. Esposito over to the left corner. Which felt like the hot spot last Friday night. But that's going to be an offensive foul on New Canaan.
Yeah,
Melzer doesn't like
Griff
that.
just ran right through his man there. Meltzer doesn't have much to complain about.
2 substitutions here for the Rams. Bramwood's going to come out, and Alex Russey's going to come in, as well as Blake Martin on the Greenwich side. Number 11 is going to come in.
Yeah, Russey's another guy that had a nice first half, just playing defense more than offensively. Forced a lot of deflections, and here he is again picking up full court. Another deflection, and there's
deflection,
Espo.
and Esposito gonna dunk, and he dunks.
Esposito back-to-back dunks. JV game dunk, varsity game dunk. I mean, he's doing it all here tonight.
Esposito dunks. Man, he's got bunnies off the steal wide open. And if he missed that one, he definitely would have gotten a mouthful from Melzer or Coach Tisha, but he doesn't. Converts a sophomore. Greenwich with the 3, and they air ball. Rebound by Fletch. Fletch is gonna bring it up.
Esposito's got the crowd going there, and the air ball only adds fuel to the foul. Now Espo again underneath with the layup. Nice pass from Fletch. Forces the timeout from Greenwich.
Fletch down low to Esposito. Someone's got to have that video clip of Esposito dunking. Rams up 45-20 with 4:42 remaining, and these coaches never stop pushing these guys. These guys are going to keep trying to score, keep running up the score, see how many points they can score. And Greenwich has got to find an answer.
Yeah, I mean, we thought maybe Greenwich could come after the first half and start to change things going in the second half, but I mean, New Canaan is still just running the brakes off of them. Every chance they get, they are pushing the ball, and Greenwich is unable to keep up with them.
Yeah, Greenwich definitely been outrun tonight so far. New Canaan, everything really working in transition, whether it's in transition or just that half-court set, which they found many open looks tonight. But getting the ball down low to Fletch, as well as Teddy Whitaker. Lots of guys on this lineup contributing night in and night out. And that's kind of the way Melzer's built this team, is built on length, and all these guys can really play varsity minutes if they need to.
Yeah, you mentioned
something special.
You mentioned that half-court offense there, and one thing I'd like to point out is that Fletch, he has 8 points, I'd say. A lot of deflections, but also he's been a playmaker on offense. Got the ball at the free throw line there, and was able to dump it down to Espo, adding to his assist total. I mean, Fletcher Heron is just making all the right plays for Meltzer here today, and is a big reason why the Rams have a 25-point lead.
Yeah, Esposito having a game of his career so far. We've seen him on the glass night in and night out, but especially tonight and Friday night. You know, we talked about it. He's that football wide receiver, and a lot of these guys have chemistry because they play football together. That state championship team was dominant. You got both the quarterbacks and Alex Russey and Luke Robinson. You got Andrew Esposito, Simon Chukarov, a lot of guys that have played together, practiced together. As Sai is going to be called for the call.
Yeah, New Canaan going back to that 1-3-1 defense, and then able to force the turnover off of Greenwich and push it in transition. Sai Vanish got it, checked into the game, got it right away, and is looking to drive. When Sai gets the ball, he's always looking to drive to the paint, and there he's able to drive the foul. New Canaan inbounds it. Sai at the top of the key, turns it over.
Bad turnover there by the Rams. Sai almost with the block, but Greenwich misses the layup. An uncharacteristic miss.
Kind of makes up for the turnover, but Meltzer will still not be happy. Able to get back and contest, but I mean,
Whitaker back over to Fletch at the top of the key. He flips it to Robinson. Robinson over to Fletch. He's going to drive inside. Sayakavara move, but yeah, now you see Greenwich in that zone. They're playing a 2-3 zone right now. Trying to stop the three-point shots, and they get the turnover. And Jonathan Brennan has the ball. Now kicks it back up top to Connor Parks, the senior captain, who we've called his name a lot. Jonathan Brennan down low, gets it inside. What a feed there to Blake Martin as he puts that one up and in, an easy layup for the Greenwich offense.
Yeah, the way to exploit that 1-3-1 defense is getting it underneath the paint, and Greenwich just able to make the right pass there and draw within, I guess, 23.
Robinson over to his quarterback partner, Russi, who finds Teddy Whitaker in the corner shot. That one goes off the rim and wide.
Yeah, Whitaker's been making most of his shots today. That one from the left corner, no good. And then a loose ball foul there on Russi.
I believe that was on Cy Akavaru with the loose ball foul, but you've seen New Canaan kind of slow down a little bit. They're up 45-22 with 3:11 remaining.
Yeah, I mean, Meltzer, he might not be happy with how they've played in half-court offense, because I mean he never is. But one thing you have to give to these New Canaan Rams tonight is they've played with more effort here tonight, and that's a big reason why they're leading this game.
Yeah, you see New Canaan with that kind of trap offense, but they get the ball back down to Blake Martin down low, and he puts that one up and in. Fletch is going to bring up the ball. Severely mismatched here, but he's going to be called for the offensive foul. And I don't know how you call an offensive foul. Didn't look like he was set there. Didn't extend his arm. Don't really know the reason for calling that.
Yeah, Meltzer's been talking to this ref all day. He's not happy with the whistle he's getting right now. But Fletch did extend the elbow a little bit. I'm not going to say I agree with it, but he did extend that in Greenwich. They're looking to get things going here. The bench is starting to get rowdy. Let's see if they can pull within 20.
They're going to play that 1-3-1 defense again, and it's going to be Blake Martin again up top with the ball. And we just talked about it, that depth of guards on Greenwich, although they haven't performed that well tonight. Jonathan Brennan in the corner. Forces steal by Russi. Gets it over to Akavaru. Gets it down low to Robinson. A little bit of a turnover there. Couldn't corral that pass. But that guard depth on Greenwich, definitely some possible options. You got a lot of 6'1", 6-foot guards there that can do some work. And one that we've mentioned a lot this third quarter so far has been Blake Martin, who we didn't mention much.
Yeah, Alex Russi on that last one just drove through that and picked the ball off like a cornerback and was able to push it ahead in transition.
Blake Martin tries to find his teammate in the corner. The air balls misses everything but the air molecules in the air.
Good box out there from Sivanish, able to draw the foul, and New Canaan will inbound it up by 21 with 2 minutes and 16 seconds left to go in the third.
Yeah, New Canaan inbounding it. Here's Luke Robinson over to Henry Chandra, the sophomore. Again, that sophomore depth on this team cannot be overstated. You got Henry Chandra and Andrew Esposito, who dominated this season so far. Flips it, hands it off to Whitaker. Whitaker gonna work up top. A little turnaround, guarded in the face by Sandra Scott. Over to Sai, who finds Chandra. Debated on shooting it, tries to go inside. And that one goes off a Greenwich Cardinal leg.
Yeah, some good defense there by Greenwich, able to compact the paint and force New Canaan to shoot, which Henry Chandra did not really want to do, so drove instead off Greenwich with the deflection. New Canaan inbound.
New Canaan with an inbound play. You know they have something working down low. Back over, it was Robinson who inbounded it to Russi, and they found Robinson back down under inside that box, and he puts it up and in.
The little give and go there, that might be Meltzer's point.
See this Rams defense rotating really nicely. Leave the corner open there for the lefty. That was Jonathan Brennan, but a rebound there by number 14, Guy Germain.
Yeah, Greenwich makes the effort play there, gets the offensive rebound and able to lay it up for the easy two. And there, Guy Germain again with the steal. Passes, nice pass down low, misses the layup.
Yeah, layup smoked there by Blake Martin, but again, that full court pass intercepted by the Cardinal defense.
Yeah, Guy Germain with back-to-back high-effort plays. I mean, trying to will his team into this.
Sai with the spin move.
Sivanish
puts it up and in.
They call the travel before the play. I don't know if I agree with that. I mean, Sivanish went left, spun right, laid it up, thought he got the foul call, but the ref blows the travel to cancel that highlight reel from Sivanish Akavaru.
Yeah, that was a great move. We've seen Sai obviously shifty on his feet before in that Weston game. One of the first games of the season, he had a highlight Euro step basket. Really great piece for this Rams team, and all these guys really playing nicely so far tonight. Greenwich with an and one. That one put up and in by number 15, Sandra Scott.
Yeah, that's Sandra Scott, who we expected to be the leading scorer for Greenwich coming into this game. Has been quiet all night, but I mean, there he gets the and one going, and maybe this Greenwich team is starting to hit their stride and maybe can pull. I mean, down by 20 heading into the fourth, but maybe make it competitive down the stretch.
Yeah, you mentioned the score is 47-28 inside the New Canaan High School gymnasium. Rams on top with 49.4 seconds remaining. Myself, John Friedrich, joined alongside Donovan West for this radio call tonight. And it's been a great game so far. New Canaan really playing nice basketball.
There's that pretty stroke from from Sandra there. Sandra Scott knocking down the free throw.
Great job there by Scott. Gets the second free throw, and here's Soma gonna bring up the ball. Full court pressed a little bit.
Yeah, still no Griffin. Oh, actually he is in the game, but he just wasn't bringing the ball up there. Has it now at the top of the key.
Soma hands it off to Bramlett, who kicks it to Chandra. The
Beautiful
back cut
pass.
there by Soma, and he
Beautiful
puts it up
pass.
and in the layup. Easy layup, but what a great play there by Soma to go towards the basket. I know
Nice.
a lot of times in high school basketball, those guys kind of fade, kind of trim out towards the three-pointer where they can get those threes. A great job there by Soma to go down inside, a little back cut, and he gets the layup.
Yeah, all game they've been looking to pound that paint. Chandra gets by his man, dishes to Soma, who's able to finish the layup there. And then on the opposite end, you have Greenwich drawing the foul. Blake Martin gets the line, as that is the 5th foul this quarter.
Yeah, New Canaan in the bonus again. They were in bonus for the second quarter, now in the bonus again for the third. And any foul by New Canaan will result in 2 free throws. That first one was off by Blake Martin. 22.2 seconds remaining in this third period. We still got 1 period to go. New Canaan at that 50 mark right now.
Yeah, I don't think Meltzer minds that his team is fouling a lot, though, because they are playing physical. They are, most of the time it's been working out for them. And one thing is, what we haven't really seen today is we just talked about the bonus, but we haven't seen the shot clock come into play here this game.
Yeah, Martin gets the friendly roll. New Canaan tries to counter on the opposite side, but Robinson misses the little floater. Great move there by Scott, goes down low, and a layup there by Blake Martin. Kind of fading away, puts that one up and in. Soma over to Robinson. Robinson puts it up, and that one goes off.
Greenwich cuts it to 17, maybe within striking distance heading into this 4th quarter. Luke Robinson misses 2 shots there to end the game. But as I was saying, this shot clock, I mean, that's been really playing to the Rams' advantage. They've really been pushing the pace. Obviously, the new rule change gives you 35 seconds each possession. And the Rams, I mean, we haven't even mentioned it because the Rams have been making Greenwich play their pace, which is such a fast transition-heavy game.
Yeah, you mentioned New Canaan playing in transition for most of this game, and then they've also played that half-court set, which has been pretty successful. I wouldn't say you're playing the best competition tonight, and they'd rather score a lot more, but they've definitely had opportunities. They've been converting a frequent amount. Teddy Whitaker, we've seen him not really play a factor in this second half, but other guys on this Rams team have stepped up and they've made up for it. Bramlett had that early 3. Really well-developed team right now.
Yeah, still not much Griffin Bramlett, though, which is a bit surprising as the Rams are up so big, but with Bramlett not playing much. But you've seen key contributors, Fletcher Herron, Andrew Esposito, and Teddy Whitaker. I think that's been the big 3 for the Rams tonight, and is a big reason why they have 49 points here, pushing for 50, heading into the 4th quarter.
They are pushing 450, 49-32. We're at the intermission between the 3rd and 4th period. And New Canaan going to send out their tall, lengthy lineup of Bramlett, Esposito, Whitaker, Fletch, and Luke Robinson. You mentioned Luke Robinson had 5 threes on Friday night against Ward. Really nice, solid. Lots of scores in the FCAC this year as well. Lots of guys putting up high numbers. I know Jalen Brown from Norwalk had above 50 points the other night. It's a tough Staples team.
Yeah, Rams will go back to their starting lineup to start this 4th quarter here.
There's Connor Parks, kicks it up. There's the 3 by Blake Martin. That one.
Another loose ball foul on New Canaan. Meltzer, he's not liking this ref. It's been the same ref every time he's been yelling at. He's not liking some calls here, but Greenwich does. They miss the 3, but they get the loose ball foul, and looking to add on to their 32-point mark.
Yeah, you got to live with some of those fouls when you keep wanting your guys to play super, super physical. You got to understand that they might foul sometimes. Esposito, defender, gets a little bit broken up, and that's going to be a travel on Greenwich. That was number 15, Sandro Scott, wide open in the corner. Looked like he got a little bit flustered that he wasn't guarded there. He's got a wide open shot, no one within 5 or 7 feet.
Yeah, he's just been unable to get himself going in this game here. Rams' physicality has confused the sophomore.
Robinson thinking about running it in transition, but decides to just kind of take a chill pill. Fletch up top working on his defender. Back to Esposito. Esposito by the logo. was calling for a little bit of an ISO, kicks it over to Robinson. Robinson tries to get it inside to Soma, but that's stolen by Ryan Brennan. Here is Sandra Scott over to Brennan. Scott over to Martin. Martin drives inside, but he travels.
Rams' offense is not shutting this door, but Greenwich has just been unable to capitalize on the Rams' mistakes. 2 straight travels on what would be wide open shots for Greenwich.
Jake Soma puts it over to Fletch.
And Griffin is out of the game yet again, and look who has it, Fletcher Heron, driving in the paint and drawing the foul for the Rams. I mean, he's been a playmaker for the Rams here today, out there with Jake Soma, Andrew Esposito, Teddy Whitaker, and Luke Robinson. Rams have it underneath, inbounding under the basket here. 7 minutes left, up 49-32. Let's see the inbound play. Danny Meltzer draws up, and they call 5 seconds. 5 seconds on the inbound. Luke Robinson unable to get the ball in, and another turnover for this Rams offense. Can Greenwich capitalize on these mistakes?
Yeah, definitely an uncharacteristic there kind of mistake from a Melzer type squad. A 5 second, you never want to have that happen, and kind of in a little bit of late game action, you can't have that happen. As a 3-pointer there by Greenwich, that was Ryan Brennan connecting with all nothing but net.
It's 14 points. It's 6 minutes left. 14 points isn't. They still have a chance in this game if they can get a couple more turnovers.
Couple more turnovers or defensive stops, and they're definitely in striking distance. Esposito up top at the logo, guarded by Blake Martin. Rebound there by Luke Robinson, trying to find someone, and a timeout there by Melzer. He's gonna try to bring his guys in and settle things down. Donovan, what do you think he's kind of saying to his guys right now? Up 49-35 with 6:19 remaining.
Yeah, I mean, usually you have Griffin Bramwood out there to kind of calm the team down, but I think he is in a little bit of foul trouble, hasn't had the best game, so he's going to Andrew Esposito and Fletcher Heron and Teddy Whitaker as the main ball handlers. I think he's just telling them, take your time. You have 35 seconds each time down the trip. And every time they've kind of taken their time, they've gotten good looks. It's just finishing those good looks and then getting back and forcing more turnovers on defense.
Yeah, you mentioned the role of Griffin Bramwood kind of settling things down. He is one of 4 seniors on this team. They graduated 8 key seniors last year who had minutes in the rotation. So basically an all-senior lineup last year. Come into this year, got a lot of young talent that they got to kind of formulate a team, got to figure out their identity, their play style, figure out who they are and how they can dominate this year. So definitely an adjustment for Coach Melzer, but he's an experienced coach, obviously won the state championship in 2019. So guys know what it takes to win, and when they play under him, they have full confidence in his ability to kind of formulate a good team. Not the way they wanted the season to start at a 3-6 record, but they did win the Holiday Classic.
Yeah, interesting decision here from the Greenwich coach, bringing in the 6'6" sophomore Michael Golden in the 4th. Hasn't played since the 2nd quarter, I believe, so trying to switch things up, although they have been on a nice little run here. Rams have been stuck on 49 points for a couple minutes here.
Yeah, Michael Golden down low, big 6'6" body frame, big presence down low as he gets the block there.
Yeah, blocked Esposito, and now Greenwich looking to cut even more into this lead. Michael Parks going down, draws the foul. I mean, New Canaan has got to close this game out, I would say, with 5:55 left in the game. Greenwich down by 14.
Yeah, interesting move there by Coach Trimmer to kind of bring in some height in Michael Golden. We didn't mention him in this second half, but right away he takes him out again. He takes out Bodoff and Golden.
Yeah, maybe he's going a little defense-offense here, bringing in Sandra Scott, the nice shooter for Greenwich.
Well, you're down by 14 with 5:50 remaining, so you got to score points. Obviously not in urgent times right now, but getting close to it as Connor Parks tries to go up, put it in, and he misses.
Yeah, Parks got right to the rim there, had an easy layup, just couldn't get the finish there.
Esposito over to Whitaker. Whitaker setting a pick, and Robinson has the ball right now. Up top over to Soma.
They're going to call Greenwich for the blocking foul there. Soma able to draw the foul.
Blocking foul there by Greenwich. Soma was trying to drive inside. New Canaan with the inbound, and watch for that feed down low, which they kind of pulled off. Melzer has this play where the guy that inbounds it gets the ball right back after stepping in. And they might try to run it again. Esposito to the corner to Soma. Back up to Esposito. Over to Robinson. Rand's moving the ball around. Whitaker thought about firing the shot. Wouldn't mind that, actually, if you're Melzer. Whitaker takes the three, and he hits. What a shot there by Teddy Whitaker. 15 points on the night.
Teddy Witt getting back on track. 12 points in the first half. Had gone cold, but there he is again, hitting the three. Puts the Rams back up 17.
The shot. Going to put pressure on Greenwich to force them to kind of get out of their comfort zone, and they're going to have to play fast if they want to get back into this game. Down by 17. Soma from the corner with the shot. Rebounded by Greenwich. New Canaan up 52-35 with 4:40 remaining.
Yeah, Melzer might not
Parks tries to work, turns around with the mid-range shot. Rebounded by Golden, puts it up and in. The sophomore with his first points on the night.
Yeah, see, I'm not going to criticize the Greenwich coaching here, but I don't know why Michael Golden has not gotten that many minutes here today. I mean, there you see it, grabs the offensive rebound, easily puts it in over New Canaan. New Canaan's not a very big team. Fletcher Heron's their tallest player at 6'4". Michael Golden has that size mismatch, and there's able to take advantage to cut it back to 15.
Yeah, in high school basketball in Connecticut, there's not a lot of 6'6" guys, really guys that are close to 6'5", 6'6". So whenever you put Michael Golden out there on the court, you know he kind of has that size advantage. But there's also that factor of New Canaan wanting to play in transition and speed up the flow of the game. So you also got to be aware, usually those 6'6" guys aren't the fastest on the court. So
yeah, and he'll take Golden out for a defensive stand here. But I mean, it'll be interesting to see because New Canaan has thrived all game on this transition offense. But here with 4 minutes left in the fourth, they really got to slow it down. I mean, the past couple, they've taken early shots in the shot clock, which Danny Meltzer definitely is not happy to see. He wants to kind of bleed this clock out. So can they get into this half-court offense and execute?
Yeah, Greenwich puts in 5 shooters as Robinson connects with Fletch on the full court.
There's that quarterback.
And you saw the celebration, the little bow and arrow. What a throw there. Not on the football field, but on the basketball court by Luke Robinson as he gets called for the kick ball.
Yeah, I mean, that was a dot. Luke Robinson from underneath his own basket to Fletch, who caught it at about the opponent's free throw line for the easy layup. I mean, that's why you bring these football players over. They're able to make plays like that.
Yeah, and Melzer likes to run those full court heaves to catch the defense off guard. We saw it on Friday night against Fairfield Ward. They got the ball down. They threw a couple full court passes with Griffin Bramwood to Alex Russi. It turned out pretty nicely.
Yeah, here Greenwich trying to attack this 1-3-1 defense for the Rams.
Wide open shot there in the corner for Gabriel Dunleavy, who was a starter tonight, but we haven't called his name much. He misses, and New Canaan's gonna get called for the foul on the shooting foul. This one on Fletch on Blake Martin, who gets 2 more shots at the line. Blake Martin able to work his way down there and get position on the offensive glass, draw the foul. I feel like Martin has shot a couple free throws here in the second half. The first one is good. Yeah, Martin hits the first one. New Canaan up 54-38, 4:05 remaining. New Canaan nearing that 5-foul mark again, though. Greenwich with 2, New Canaan with 3 fouls in this fourth quarter.
Are you a fan of the new foul rule?
Second shot, it's good by Blake Martin, but I'm not really sure about the foul rule. I think it definitely plays to your advantage, and 5 fouls in a quarter is actually a decent amount of fouls. You also got to think, giving two guaranteed shots at the line. It used to be 7 in the half, and once you get to that 7 mark, you get 1-and-1s, which is definitely an interesting mark. As the 3 from the corner.
Teddy Witt working his way down from the block, able to lay it in over the defender. Teddy Witt has got his game going all night tonight, adds to his point total.
Yeah, Witt with 17 points on the night. He's on defense now. New Canaan on defense. The 3-pointer there by Sandro Scott. That one rims out.
Yeah, just he's been unable to get his shot going here.
Andrew Esposito shakes his defender a little bit, gets it to the corner, back over to Teddy Whitaker, decides not to shoot. Here's Witt back up to Robinson. Robinson trying to shake his defender, and he's going to be called for the carry.
Yeah, I mean, Robinson, he's had a couple highlight plays, like that touchdown pass he threw a minute ago, but he has had a couple turnovers tonight, especially in the fourth quarter, which, I mean, Meltzer cannot be too happy about. But he has been riding with him for a majority of this fourth quarter. Griffin Bramlett not playing a majority of this game. It's been Teddy Witt and Luke Robinson bringing the ball down the court.
And Luke Robinson guarding number 15, Sandro Scott right now. Ball over to Martin. Martin back up top to the senior captain, Connor Parks. Parks over to Martin. Martin back to Parks. Parks with the three, and he misses. Rebound by Esposito, who throws a risky pass up to Jake Soma, and he's just going to stop and hold that.
Smart play there by Soma. Just pull that out, drain some more clock. Meltzer's going to call a timeout, actually, to probably tell Esposito not to throw that pass ever again. Up by 17 with 2 minutes left in the quarter. I mean, that's just not the smartest thing to do, but I guess it works out.
Yeah, you never want to be caught in those awkward situations where you're kind of in the air and you just decide to throw the ball down the court. So they kind of just leave it. New Canaan's going to call the timeout. Melzer wants to settle his guys down. Up 17 right now, 56-39, 2:35 remaining in this game between two FCAC teams that definitely need the win. We mentioned both teams come in at a record of 3-6. New Canaan 0-5 in the FCAC as well. Greenwich now is Greenwich is 1-5. New Canaan trying to snap that streak. They're on a 5-game losing streak right now after winning the Holiday Classic. They came out of the Holiday Classic 3-1, and then now dropped to 3-6.
Yeah, I mean, New Canaan, their offense has really stalled out here when it matters most in the fourth quarter. They only have seven points here in the fourth quarter. But I mean, Greenwich has just been unable to hit the big shots, hit the threes when it matters most. And they haven't really been able to close the gap. They had it at 14 a while ago, a couple minutes ago, but I mean, just unable to really push New Canaan further than that.
Yeah, and Greenwich is going to put 5 more shooters out there on the court. Whitaker with the side inbound from about the scorer's table to Fletch. Fletch up top.
Here comes Griffin Bramlett back in the game, looking to close this thing out. Makes sense. The steady leader, looking to kind of keep his team calm and composed.
Here's Teddy Whitaker up top, trying to shake his defender. What a night for the senior. Whitaker over to Soma, puts it up. Late shot clock possession there. Melzer wanting the defensive foul.
Yeah, Soma got a good look there from the pass from Teddy Witt, but now Greenwich able to get the stop and is back on offense. They're taking a while here, though. They got to get going.
Greenwich has got to get going. Time is definitely the top priority now, as 1:56 remaining. New Canaan up 56-39. But New Canaan's got to just close out this game in a decent fashion.
Greenwich might be, I mean, they took about 15 seconds off the shot clock there before they even started to get going here. I mean, I don't know if they still are even trying to win this game here.
Yeah, the inbound's going to be by number 1, Ryan Brennan, who gets it over to Connor Parks. Connor Parks doesn't have his dribble, but that ball poked free, and he takes the shot from the corner. That's a 3.
There he goes. Connor Parks been kind of the only one that's gotten it going here for Greenwich here tonight. And knocks down the 3. Minute 40 to go.
Bramlett pressed at full court, guarded by Ryan Brennan. Bramlett over to Whitaker, who just throws it back up to Bramlett. Bramlett, risky pass to Soma. Soma in the corner now, just dribbling. And they're gonna call a carry. Another one.
The carry, Meltzer's not happy with that either. I mean, the dumb turnover there by Jake Soma. Can't do that. Greenwich, if they can hit a 3 here, maybe it's a game.
Yeah, you mentioned New Canaan up 56-42, 1:13 remaining. The drive there by Brennan.
Able to get it to go.
Kicks it over to Dunleavy, who puts it up and in for his, I believe, his second basket of the night. Henry Chandra over to Sai.
Yeah, the Rams and Griffin Bramlett methodically breaking down this press and able to get it into the half court here for offense. And Griffin Bramlett with the ball in his hands passes it to Sai.
Akavaramu up top, going to be fouled by Hector Lopez. My apologies, that was actually Dunleavy.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be it might be smart to foul New Canaan here. They're not the best free throw shooting team. Maybe just prolong this game a little bit. Down 12, 47 seconds left. I mean, we've seen crazier things. Get the threes going. They still technically have a chance here.
Yeah, like the Tracy McGrady takeover with 13 points in under a minute. Is Soma ball on the ground, and you got to call a foul on Greenwich.
I don't know what's the call here.
Neither ref making his decision right now. New Canaan gonna retain possession, up 56-44, up 12. But we mentioned at one point that lead was a lot more than 12.
Yeah, it was 25, I think, and then Greenwich has just been able to slowly whittle away in the fourth quarter. I don't know if they'll be able to do enough here, though.
Ball's thrown back to Luke Robinson, who's gonna be fouled by number 11, Blake Martin.
Yeah, that's their fourth foul. Need one more to send New Canaan to the line here. I mean, if I'm Greenwich, I would foul. I don't want to foul Teddy Whitaker. I don't want to foul Griffin Bramwitt. But Luke Robinson, Fletcher Herron, Jake Selman, they're not the best free throw shooters.
Teddy Whitaker gets it up to Fletch. Fletch over to Soma, and you can tell Greenwich wanting to foul. Goes in, fouls Fletcher Huron. Gonna send Fletcher to the line as that's Greenwich's fifth foul. New Canaan with 4. So if New Canaan fouls, it also puts Greenwich at the line for 2. But right now, Fletch at the line. Opportunity to make it a 14-point game.
Yeah, they'll bring Alex Russi in here for some size, maybe athleticism, get the rebound, and just shore this game up.
Fletcher with the first one. That one's off.
That's what I'm talking about. New Canaan is not the best free throw shooting team. They're definitely a liability at the line here. If Greenwich, they just got to knock some shots down, and they're not out of it.
Ball hits the left side of the rim, then the right side of the rim, and then bounces out. New Canaan up by 12. Both teams almost in the bonus. Greenwich in the bonus right now. New Canaan 1 foul away. No fouls to give on either side. Fletch at the line for his second. Fletch with the second one, and he buries that one home.
Big shot there, pushes the lead to 13. Connor Parks with the ball here.
And if you're Melzer, you're telling your team not to foul, as that ball is stolen by Griffin Bramwitt.
Yeah, that might
Fletch
be it.
gonna save it. Gets it to Akavaramu. Akavaramu is gonna get up past half court to Fletch. And Fletch is just gonna run around, not going to shoot.
That's gonna be the game there.
Esposito with this ball in his hand, the ball in his hand for the final time on the night. Esposito throws it out of bounds.
I think the ref kind of put his hands up, and Espo thought he was calling the game over, but he just throws it out of the bounds there.
A little bit of a confusion there by Esposito. Oh, pointless shot there by Greenwich, and that one ends it. New Canaan wins 57-44, picks up the much-needed victory, improved to 4-6, where on the other side, Greenwich moves to 3-7.
Yeah, New Canaan gets their first FCIAC win, gives them a 1-5 record, 4-6 overall, and it could be a momentum builder for New Canaan. Get their first win here, and they look to build upon that. They got some games on the road here before they host Darien next Friday in a game that is going to be, it might be an eliminator for the FCIAC playoffs. Obviously, New Canaan and Darien are both struggling this year.
Yeah, so New Canaan goes to Wilton Friday night at 7. Which is always a packed environment inside that Wilton gymnasium, and they're gonna have their hands full with another tough FCIAC matchup. And then on Tuesday, they travel to Stanford for another even tougher FCIAC matchup, as Stanford's up there with the best teams in the FCIAC as well as the state. I believe they're ranked top 10. And then on the other side, Greenwich's schedule does not get any easier as they face Staples, Trumbull, and Danbury, all 3 top-tier FCIAC teams. So definitely momentum killer tonight if you lose this game, which they did. New Canaan with smiles from a couple of the players for the first time in a while as they break that 5-game losing streak.
Yeah, it's got to feel good for the Rams. I mean, losing 5 games in a row is hard. I know, especially a close one like the last one against Ward in overtime they lost, but able to kind of easily coast to a victory here. Meltzer definitely has some stuff to break down in the film room, but overall, nice win for New Canaan. Maybe it's a sign for things to come here.
Yeah, great win by New Canaan tonight. And I think that'll do it. Final score here, 57-44, New Canaan coming out on top. And that'll do it. Myself, John Frieders, Donovan West, alongside Donovan West. Thank you guys for joining us for this radio broadcast. The New Canaan High School basketball Boys basketball versus Greenwich, New Canaan. Again, final score 57-44. New Canaan comes out on top, improving to 4-6, where on the other side, Greenwich drops to 3-7. Thank you guys and have a good night.